no Moruru is a Nijisanji liver that debuted.
I don't even actually really know. I honestly don't know who Yami Yono is. I'll be honest. I was personally, honestly, not a huge Nijisanji fan.
Yami no Moruru is a Nijisanji liver that debuted on July 12, 2019, and has graduated just a mere year later, sparking numerous rumors and controversy. The graduation and subsequent reappearance of a particular candy princess in another very
I like the first model though a lot.
Popular agency has further fueled rumors, leaving fans unsatisfied without concrete answers. As accusations of bullying and mistreatment have swirled throughout the years, an air of secrecy has enveloped the situation.
What? Bullying? Mistreatment in Nijisanji? I've never heard of such a thing.
If you look anywhere online right now, the story is that Moruru was bullied. That Moruru suffered at the hand of a toxic workplace environment, that she got harassed, similarly to what another yellow-haired VTuber might have recently gone through. And finally, that Moruru was bullied into graduating by one of her former genmate by the name of Sasaki. So much of the footage and media from that time has been lost, but I endeavored myself to get to the bottom of this, uncover the facts, and shed light on this absolute and disturbing mystery. But before we begin, make sure to mark your calendars and tune in on August 16 at 8 p.m. EST on my channel for my 2.0 model debut. See you there! Yami Yonomoru, a captivating and slightly mischievous demon girl, was a beloved member of the Nijisanji VTuber community. Known for her punk rock aesthetic and her love of gaming, with her long, dark, wavy hair, hot pink highlights, and pinkish
I don't know why
eyes,
I called y'all babies. I wanted to say monos, but I called you babies.
And edgy outfits
because you are like my
to
babies,
her
I'm
captivating
mononachis.
persona. A slightly selfish demon girl who initially lived off human blood, she recently discovered a more convenient sustenance: cola and ramen noodles. This newfound dietary preference, coupled with her love of gaming, has led her to become a virtual recluse, rarely venturing outside her digital domain. Moruru's journey began on May 27, 2018, when she created her Twitter account and YouTube channel. However, it wasn't until July 12th that she officially launched her YouTube activities with a live stream. She quickly gained a loyal following, her unique personality and engaging content captivating viewers. Her passion for the absurd was evident in her Minecraft collaboration with Sasaki, where she created a giant mountain of poop and sunflowers and proudly proclaimed, "I love poop." In another very interesting stream, she engages with a viewer in an intriguing interaction titled "Moruru Got Milked by a Viewer."
What the?
Don't ask. People also particularly enjoyed her Moe moments. In a broadcast titled 5,000 Years Old Practice Pouring Sake, she tried to sound like a sexy, mature lady. It worked for a while, but unable to keep up the act for too long, she soon reverted to her original childish voice, making the difference very noticeable and making her audience crack up. Moruru's career was not without its challenges. In October 2018, she almost completely suspended her live streaming activities due to a sore throat, and for a time, audience feared that she might graduate. She also had her fair share of awkward moments, like the time she accidentally entered Uzuki-ku's channel during a livestream competition, or when she would playfully banter during a Splatoon 2 collaboration with Sumomo XQXQ, accusing Sumomon of focusing on kills instead of painting. This is a game where you paint, it's not a game where you get kills. By December 13, 2018, Moruru's career took a significant turn when Ishikara Inc. announced the merger of Nijisanji Gamers and Nijisanji Seeds with Nijisanji. Officially affiliating Moruru took a significant turn when Ishikara Inc. announced the merger of Nijisanji Gamers and Nijisanji Seeds.
Somebody's gonna go through this and like gray out all the people that have left.
with Nijisanji, officially affiliating Moruru with the larger organization. Keep in mind, any color back then named Ishikara was just 1 year old as it was founded in 2018, so things were a lot different back then. She had just unlocked a ton of
She has such
resources.
a great model too, I
On
love
May
it.
8th, 2019, a particular incident caused Yamiyono Moruru a tinge of sadness. A fan made a comparison between Nijisanji's genmate Sasaki Saku and Moruru, expressing the following. Moruru was cute, but when they play the same game, Sasaki is definitely better in many ways. Sasaki definitely knows if she says or does something like this, it's funny. Which prompted Moruru to respond directly to the fan saying, I'm sorry. I'm not blaming you, sorry. I think it's better for listeners not to take it too seriously. It was funny and cute. Moruru replies,
Oh, wow.
I wish people would stop making comparisons to other people beside Moruru. And the fangirl replies, the timing was such that we were playing the same game, so I guess it was unavoidable. But I do want to praise and encourage all VTubers, I'll do my best, sorry. Little did they know this seemingly innocuous exchange would end up biting them back in the ass later on. But her Niji era was short-lived. On June 24, 2019, she announced her retirement from the agency, with the graduation tweet receiving a ton of attention with over 14,000 retweets. Insane. Honma Himawari, who is a close friend of her at Nijisanji,
Dude, it feels like she, like, at this point she is in a dark place. I mean, just the fact that the only response you could come out, like, you could come with is just I'm sorry. Like, she is not okay. You feel me?
and had a collab stream the day before tweeted addressing the graduation. No matter how much we change, we're still the same. The graduation felt sudden and without any warnings. Many fans lamented her departure and expressed their disappointment in seeing their favorite liver leave the company. Moruru's last stream was to take place on June 27th, shortly after her channel and all of its content were made unavailable, leaving behind a void for her fans and a lingering mystery
That's
about
sad,
the reasons
dude.
behind her departure. Contrary to popular belief, a content purge is not necessarily indicative of any color's attempt to conceal information. Rather, it is a common procedure undertaken when a request for content removal is received from a talent, so Moruru wanted her content gone, so really nothing alarming here. And while the exact circumstance surrounding her retirement remains unclear, speculations ran rampant, as is with any VTuber graduation. And people started to point fingers at that interaction she had with the Tatibana viewer, claiming perhaps the reason for Moruru's retirement was because there was more than a few people like her. Unconscious malice is a scary thing, hinting that she might have been pressured into fans into leaving. Netizens started to point fingers at bad actors or previous critics of Moruru. And we can even see some back and forth interactions between Tatibana and other fans. Tatibana defending herself, exclaiming how she didn't realize Moruru would be ego searching. Fans start infighting and speculating on the reasons for her departure. The threads garnered even greater notice.
So, hold on, I gotta go back. So they actually started to, like, blame the person who was, like, who she apologized to?
How she didn't realize Moruru would be ego searching. Fans start infighting and speculating on the reasons for her departure. The threads garnered even greater notice and attention when a large, now retired, corpo VTuber by the name of Oda Nobuhime decides to add her 2 cents to the conversation. At that juncture, apart from those tweets gaining considerable attention, there weren't any additional outlandish rumors circulating. Yet. But things were about to get cranked up to 100. A year later, Himemori Luna, a cute princess from a candy kingdom, debuted at Hololive on January 4th as part of their 4th generation. Obviously, former fans were quick to notice her voice sounded quite familiar, and not only that, but one of the dead giveaways was that the word Moruru was banned in her chat. Her debut and
Man.
subsequent streams were a huge success. Her first
love it.
broadcast itself garnered over 16,000 viewers, which Tribalist fans were quick to compare with former Nijisanji members. And while most of her former friends were happy to find their old Oshi back, there was a portion of the Nijisanji fanbase who felt betrayed by her. After all, Moruru had told them she was leaving, but a mere year later she reappeared into another rival agency? Why? What made her leave then? And this put everything they knew in questions. And so the rats started pouring in. Things descended
What?
into
Hold on.
confusion.
What?
Made
Hold
her
on,
leave
what?
then. And this put everything they knew in questions. And so the rats started.
Slang for narratives, speculations. Oh, I'm gonna use that. Next
Pouring
time.
in. Things descended
dirty
into
rats.
confusion, and slowly the story started to change. People revisited Moruru's old Twitter interaction with that fan and started to draw conclusions from this conversation. In addition to that, on November 1st, Luna tweeted on her PL
That fan is
something
probably
that raised
haunted
further
by that one
suspicions.
message, bro.
I wonder what's going on inside the head of a person who is a real liar. I had one at my old workplace and I was so surprised at all the bad things she said. I'm afraid of them, so I keep my distance from them. This is quite the ominous tweet, and obviously users were wondering who is she referring to, as her old workplace was, well, Nijisanji. Now we know that the whole Mero incident that went down happened in October. If you don't know about this controversial graduation of King Yozaka Mero, I suggest you watch my video on this topic. To sum it up, Mero was outed as a liar, a copycat, and a bully. But this tweet is dated November 1st. Could it just be some delayed reaction from Luna? Or something more? I'm not sure, but a healthy dose of skepticism is always useful when analyzing these matters. The narrative of Sasaki being a bully, coupled with the negative comments surrounding her graduation from Nijisanji, and the reaffirmation of these rumors because of this particular tweet, contributed to the growing narrative that Luna had been mistreated during her previous tenure. This situation is comparable to the reactions often observed when someone graduates from Nijisanji, even
Yeah, who would have thought that the company with a fame for having a bunch of bullies in the hierarchy
in
were
the
bullying
present
other
day.
people?
I guess some things never change. There's also rumors about a so-called video that no one has seen, but everyone just swears they have seen floating around the internet, where Luna talks about her horrible experience at her old workplace. Well, I looked everywhere for this. Turned up the old dusty archives, scoured through 5chan, 4chan, and all kinds of
5chan,
official
4chan.
sources, and did not find a single trace of it. It could be that people
No.
are misconstruing this video where Luna talks about work culture in Japan as her previous work experience within her former agency, but I'm not too sure.
休暇は取れるけど、取ろうとするとみんなから白い目で見られるやつね。毎日忙しいから何一人だけ遊んでんだよってなるからね。
But most of the speculations seem to point out
I
to
love her
Moruru's
laugh.
graduation stream as evidence, where it was said that Moruru hosted an open voice call during her graduation stream, where people would be able to join and wish her farewell, but unfortunately, no one showed up, and Moruru was left utterly alone on her final day at the agency, which practically meant that they were all on bad terms with her. The other but more frequent rumor that I came
That's
across was
sad.
that everyone showed up except Sasaki, which pointed to the fact that Sasaki was the bully. But that was also debunked during my research, as my translator
Oh.
confirmed her graduation
Hey,
stream
thanks for
was
the
neither an
subs,
open voice
CJ.
call or that she had any expectations for a collab.
Thank
She
you,
was
thank you, thank
simply
you.
chilling and eating ramen with her chat like she
Welcome to the
always loved to.
treehouse.
It is really unclear where this bullying rumor originated from. The closest thing we have found to its origin is this interaction with Tatibana that might have been blown out of proportion. Combined with that dark PL tweet of her talking about her workplace environment, it seems that viral tweet posted on the day of Moruru's graduation, where one of her fans exposed Sasaki's fan and others for bullying Moruru, might have had a part to play in all of this. After all, this was the most talked about topic at the time. That tweet went absolutely viral, but by retelling the story over and over again, just like a game of telephone, it might have morphed into the story people believe today, at least on the English side. It transitioned,
which honestly, even during the entire situation with Dokibird, there was a lot of people saying a lot of wild and crazy speculation too.
from a Sasaki fan bullied Moruru to Moruru was bullied by Sasaki. At least that's my theory. And then to really drive my point home and to tie all of this together, I found some clips of Sasaki herself talking about her former genmate. As part of her generation's second-year anniversary within Nijisanji, Sasaki Saku hosted a stream with Honma Himawari, both former genmates of Moruru, just a few months after she transitioned to her new career path. This stream provided an opportunity for me to delve into Sasaki's perspective on her ex-genmate. After examining several footages and translations, there appears to be no evidence of any animosity between the two girls. In one particular clip, she refers to her as cute like a sister and acknowledges the challenges for newcomers to integrate into the group, but nothing that could point to any feeling of unease or even awkwardness. Additionally, after her graduation, Moruru had the opportunity to meet Yuko Shihiro in person, another Nijisanji lifer. It appeared that the encounter was a delightful experience as the two girls engaged in enjoyable activities and shared moments of laughter and connection. So if her relationship with coworkers was positive, that there was no animosity among her peers, and bullying was not a factor, why did she decide to retire? Well, first of all, it's clear she got a lot more success in Hololive. For example, Luna's channel success was explosive, and she garnered over 100,000 subscribers in less than 3 months, which is a lot more than what Moruru got in her entire year. It's possible she saw this opportunity and decided to make the switch. At the end of the day, most evidence points to the fact that she was...
I mean, to be frank, I mean, it's a win-win no matter what, right? You're gonna be able to like bring over a lot of your old audience, and on top of that, make a new audience that are like loyal to Hololive.
Not bullied, and this might simply be a narrative spun by aunties, fueled by tribalism, or even perpetrated by overzealous, well-meaning fans. It's crazy to think this is one of the most widespread rumors about Nijisanji, and while they have very real issues that they deserve to be criticized for, I'm not entirely sure this is one of them. While it's impossible to be 100% certain about these events, as not a lot of people were archiving VTuber stuff back in 2019, I haven't found any substantial evidence that she did get bullied. I hope me debunking some of these misconceptions will help shed light on these claims and finally put this matter at rest. But what about Himemori Luna? What became of her after that Slingshot debut? Well, after the drama calmed down, the self-proclaimed Princess of Candy Kingdom continued to thrive and quickly captivated the Hololive fandom. While she often used her cuteness to tease her fellow VTubers, Luna's true personality was far more complex. Beneath the sugary exterior lay a competitive, surprisingly composed individual with a penchant for rapid-fire commentary and a fondness for playful miskeep. Her interactions with other members were often marked by playful teasing, using her adorable antics to get a rise out of them.
I'm glad to see that she's at least doing well.
However, Luna could also become deeply attached as evidenced by her early bond with Natsuro Matsuri, and she quickly assimilated within the hololive culture. The fans loved her. Her mischievous streak extended to her viewers as well, as seen in her Muse Dash playthrough, where she treated the song Punai Punai Teso like an addictive poison to be spread. While some VTubers might panic under pressure, Luna's go-to reaction was always a rapid-fire stream of consciousness, often laced with childlike frustration, which was incredibly cute. This was particularly evident when she's engrossed in competitive games like Apex Legends or horror games. Luna's speech often reflects her baby persona, peppered with the verbal tick Nonora.
I love it!
It's a fact that since her debut in December 2019, Luna has consistently entertained and delighted fans with her unique blend of cuteness, mischief, and undeniable talent. Her career has been marked by milestones like reaching 1 million subscribers on YouTube, debuting her 3D model, and releasing original songs. Luna's continuous updates to her 2D and 3D models, inclling new costumes, hairstyles, and
Alright, we got
another
great happy ending.
Isn't
it
cemented her place.
Isn't it just odd that every happy ending in the VTuber, like every massive happy ending in the VTuber community is somehow going from Nijisanji to
into hololive,
some other VTuber agency? It's odd, isn't it?
Her. It is clear she has become a beloved member of the hololive family, and she has finally found a place where she belongs. If you're looking for more VTuber deep dives, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Subscribe to my second channel or check out my Patreon for even more content. As I've said earlier in the video, I am getting a 2.0 model, and I have a ton of cool things planned for my debut,
gonna be
so make
exciting.
sure to mark your calendars for August 16th. Until then, see you next time!
What an absolutely great video, my dudes. Please go, make sure you like, make sure you sub. Great video. I didn't know much about that particular VTuber. Honestly, but it is interesting to see. Just overall, it seems like getting out of Nijisanji tends to be the good move. It's a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, no, with the history Nijisanji has, I would not have been surprised if that was the case. But luckily, it seems like everything was cool, everything's fine. It was, so who knows though? Only Maru's at the end of the day is gonna know, right? Nobody else is gonna know. But luckily, seems like she's doing absolutely great. So that's freaking phenomenal, my dudes. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today! I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi! That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!